I've got maybe a follow-up question and then like a suggested exercise. One of the
Cool.
things I find really, well, a technique that I find beneficial is like imagining a conversation or a response and then noticing what arises in me and then trying to understand the other person. So whether you'd want to explore it now or I'd recommend checking it out to revisit this and
Hmm.
then just notice what's coming up in you, and
Yeah.
it might clarify. I think a major component, regardless of so the difficulty, I think is about the emotional difficulty within you. That's how I'm understanding it, and
Hmm.
so we can't change other people, but we can change how what comes up with us. And I think this is
Sure.
one way to do it, and seeing and studying what and why is coming up, I think would
Hmm.
be very worthwhile. And I'm not entirely sure. I think it could be various different things coming up, and just being able to feel that and process that. Is that clear?
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I definitely know that I felt untrusted in that situation. That's the primary thing that comes up for me. I'm trying to do something good for you and for us in good faith. Why are you not trusting me to do that? Is kind of the feeling that comes up.
So I'm going to bring the street epistemology and say, like, when you say I felt untrusted,
Yeah.
I invite you to look deeper in that, because I
Mm.
would say that untrusted is not a feeling,
Hmm.
and that there's a level of understanding of how you
Sure.
feel that's even deeper than that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
In other
Um,
words, just to clarify, it's
yeah.
a thought to believe that I'm not being trusted, but there's
Yes.
something underneath that is more connected to you.
Sure. That's actually a really good point, and something that I read. I recently reread Rosenberg, the original book, and he talks a lot about that. Right, this is not a feeling. These things are feelings. I one of the things that is true about me in terms of that uh, I've often thought of myself in terms of the Jungian type system, which is thinking, feeling, intuition, and sensation, and the way I model myself or I seem to work in that situation is there are times when I don't always feel my feelings directly. I have to think to get to my feelings. So I have to think about what my feelings are.